Hello and welcome. Here we are to our very first little episode with three people. It's very interesting. Hello.
Do you like our chairs?
Mia's chair, by the way, this is an interesting tidbit of information, is about to fall apart.
Why?
In the instructions, it said not to fully screw anything together. And then at the end, when it said to screw it together, I didn't want to. So, I didn't do it. So, if I pull... Wait.
Don't pull.
Okay, then I won't. But I didn't put the... Whatever the end, I didn't screw that any tighter. So, there's like a big gap.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should do that.
So Mia might collapse at any given point.
It just keeps like moving. I don't know. We're just gonna forget about it.
Did you put us? So we all had a chair saga. So I kind of wanted to begin by everyone telling their chair saga, and so that's Mia's. Mia, did you put yours together by yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised Des didn't help you. She's always getting involved like that.
She's not here.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Look at that. So you put it together all on your own.
Back office tea.
Yeah, and so basically, since this is kind of like a newer room or whatever, I think almost every piece of furniture in here I made, which is really concerning. So
Right. So the whole room's about to fall apart. Is what
yeah, that table, I tried to move it, and it's like, I don't know.
I will say that it is not as concerning as Tori putting all the furniture together. Because if you've ever put, I think Mia's the only other one who's put furniture together with Tori. She gets unreasonably angry. like really, really angry.
Oh my god.
Callie, did you put yours together by yourself?
I did put mine together by myself. I said a couple curse words, but we made it happen.
Well, my thing is that there's all these screws and then a nut at the end, and the nut only twists like 2 turns before it stops twisting, and you have to wrench it the whole way.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
And the wrench they give you is like this big.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying is I didn't wrench it.
I know.
Yeah. So
And I don't blame you for not wanting to.
You're gonna be on the floor in a couple
I just
episodes.
couldn't figure it out. I needed like a second set of hands to like hold the other side and help me wrench it.
Babe, that's what the wrench is for.
I really thought that...
And you twist it with the Allen.
I really thought that Daddy Des was going to be there to help her.
Oh, honey.
I was thinking that in my head, and I'm like, I don't want to.
Yeah.
Why would they give you 2 tools if you were only supposed to use 1?
Right? I know.
Right?
Okay, so I put mine together.
I'll do it later.
I was running late, and I was like, okay, I gotta put this chair together because we're about to film, and I gotta do it right now. So I asked Zach for help, and I did it in the living room, and we got it together pretty quick. But then we got it upstairs, and it wouldn't fit through the door because it's way bigger than I thought it was gonna be. And so we had to take it apart and then put it back together inside the room.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So I did have help, but it was like we did it twice.
Wow.
That sucks.
Chair saga. Yeah.
Cheers.
Bets on whose falls apart first.
Mia is gonna fall apart first, I guarantee. I use power tools, so I think mine's like gonna be.
Oh, yours is sturdy then.
Yeah. However, I do have to take.
very different chairs.
I do have to take it apart again though, because there's no way I can leave it where it is. Like it's way in the way. I'm gonna have to bring it downstairs. There's no way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's in the way. But
the people are just gonna watch our like sets change like so many times.
I can open my fridge this much, like just enough to get my hand in and grab something.
Well, it sounds fine to me.
Yeah,
you can get your hand.
That's such a girl thing. Okay, so this is actually for Mia to interview Callie and I. I'm so ready for that.
Okay. I'm excited.
I
but
don't
also,
like being like in the dark. I don't like not knowing what's gonna happen.
really.
I
I
am
know
a
you looked. You
What do you
looked
mean,
at the
really?
Instagram.
I was gonna say, here is something about me. I am absolutely going to cheat if I can. So I looked at some of the questions.
I tried very hard not to look at them, so
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'm gonna cheat.
guess I'm just perfect.
Yeah,
Before we
like if
start,
we're
my
playing
mic-
cards and your cards are out, I'm gonna look at them.
Oh well, that's
Like,
not your fault.
It's just gonna
I
happen.
do that too.
Yeah, gonna happen.
Callie, is Bonnie's quality good on your end? For some reason, it's like fuzzy for me.
It did that the last time we recorded, but when I watched it back, it was perfectly fine. So
Okay.
I would just ignore it if she goes fuzzy.
Okay. So I would say who asked the question, but we have a few repeats, like, of people. We had like a lot of the same people asking. So I'm just gonna ask the question. Or should I say who asked the question?
You can, to the best of your ability, say who asked it. If there was multiples, if you have that information, you could just say multiple names.
Yeah.
If
I
you
was
don't
gonna
have
say you
it.
can say both names if you want
Yeah.
to.
Okay. Okay. So, this is the warm up, but not really. So, the very first question. What?
What does that mean?
Exactly. What?
I put them all together and I did like a personal / warm up section, but literally the first question like could be deep if you had that experience.
I
Okay.
see.
Okay, I'm over explaining already. So what is your favorite childhood memory? Asked by
God.
Teresa Bates.
Oh.
My childhood has been completely wiped blank in my head. I actually have the
That's
worst
exactly
childhood
what
memory.
I was gonna say.
Um,
Um, I don't remember my
okay, I have one. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite one, but it's one that sticks out. Like, so, not a lot of things stick out. Actually, I have two. So first, we went to Duluth every year, which if you're not from Minnesota, it's north. It's like 3 hours north of the cities, and it's on Lake Superior, and so it's like a destination place. And we didn't go on like any vacations growing up, none, not once. And so we would go to Duluth every like Labor Day, and I remember the Duluth North Shore is like super, super rocky. So there's big, huge stones in the water, and then obviously Lake Superior is huge. So it's almost similar to an ocean, basically. And there's big waves that come in, just like the ocean. And I remember we would go get like Subway and then go out to the rocks and have Subway on the rocks, and you could kind of hop in between, and then you could go down and skip rocks if there was like shore or whatever. Anyway, the tide was coming in, and I got stuck on one of the rocks that was like out there, and I was maybe 5 or something. And all the water was all around me, and I was stuck. And my big brother Robbie came out and got me, and there's a picture of him picking me up, and I have like, my legs wrapped around his torso, and I'm all like, this. And there's a picture of him holding me like that. And I remember that he came out and got me. That was one of my favorites because I really love my brother Robbie. Scotty, just kidding. You'd have to know him. The second has to do with my brother Scotty, and we would play hide and go seek a lot because my mom, just God bless her, but she wasn't really like the most interested in being a parent mom. Like, she didn't really like kids that much, to be honest. So we would play hide and go seek because it would get us out of her, like, way, We would go hide and be quiet. So it's like the best game ever.
I'm gonna write that down.
Yeah. But my mom would help Scotty sometimes because he would have these really elaborate hiding places. And even we would go to our cabin growing up, and there was a whole weekend where he was hidden the whole time. Nobody ever saw him. He would come out at night and eat food and then go back into his hiding place like he was hiding the entire weekend. But there was a time There was a time where, now that looking back, this is very like dangerous, but there was a time where my mom helped hide him inside the sofa couch upstairs. And nobody found him for hours. Hours and hours. There's a picture of his face like sticking out like through the cushions. And anyway, I remember just like I was the youngest, so I never won at hide and go seek. So, but I remember it always being very elaborate, and my mom getting involved, which she didn't really get involved in playtime otherwise. So, those are my two.
Nice.
Yeah.
So one of your brothers always being there and one of them always being gone.
Yes.
My favorite childhood memory, I thought of one. I think it was my 8th birthday, but my mom planned a trip for me and I could pick 2 of my friends to go to medieval times. And I dressed up in my like prettiest princess dress. It was like blue and frilly, went like all the way to the floor. I got knighted. I got a rose, you know when they like throw roses at you? I got a rose. There's a picture of me that my mom has on her Facebook. I'll have to find it. And maybe Mia can like insert it in here right now. But it's my 2 friends and I like stood on rocks afterwards, and I'm like in the middle with my rose, like absolutely, like I knew I was like that bitch that night. It was my birthday. Couldn't nobody tell me shit. I got knighted, our guy won, and I just remember it like it was a really, really, really fun night. And I don't remember a lot of my birthday parties or anything, but that one is like stuck in my head forever. And I love medieval times to this day. I haven't been in a long time. Maybe we should go.
I would love to go to medieval times. That would be funny.
As an
I would love
adult,
that.
I think it would be fucking awesome.
Also, knighted as a princess is wild. Just
Yeah.
imagining little Princess Callie getting knighted. Huge sword. I'm looking for this picture of me and my brother, but I'm gonna find it.
I thought you meant
eventually.
you were looking for the picture of me on my mom's Facebook. I was like, all right.
I mean, I could do that too.
I would insert it, but we kind of decided that these are just going to be like organic.
Yeah.
So
we can post them on like a story or something if we
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, we can be like, this is what we were referring to.
Callie getting knighted.
As a princess.
Yeah, as a princess. That's hilarious.
I already see the photo. Like I can just see it.
Guys, do you want to see? Hold on. Do you want to see me at my first wedding? This is crazy talk.
Holy shit.
I don't even know what to say.
You don't even look like you.
No, it's not me. I don't know who that is. It's not me at all. That's the major problem.
Okay, not before, let's save this lore for a different episode. The old Bonnie eras we'll save for a different episode.
Oh, yeah.
No, okay, all right.
Okay, because that could be a long one. The
It
next
is
question.
long.
This is very different than the first question. That's why this is a weird part. But what is your favorite app on your phone and why?
Ooh.
I know this one. Okay, first of all, let me give you a disclosure that no app on my phone is my favorite app. Because, to be honest, my work is 100% on my phone, and I actually despise my phone with every, like, ounce
Fiber
of my
of
being.
being.
Yes, no.
same.
We hate this thing, and I guarantee that everyone on my team feels the exact same way. Maybe not Brooklyn, but I despise this little device, and if I could live my life without it, I absolutely would. But the app in which I am feeling the most myself and the most non-work Bonnie is Pinterest.
Oh, that's a good
Love
one.
that.
So, also with Pinterest is that I don't have to spend money to create the things that Pinterest inspires me with. So, for example, cooking. I don't have to spend money that's like outside of my normal budget to do the things that Pinterest inspires me to do. I also can go work out whenever I want, so that's one of the big things for Pinterest. Food, working out, nails. I'm really not inspired by outfits much on Pinterest. Um it's mostly like herbalism, food, coffee, drinks, and working out. That's the three things that get me. And I feel the most myself when I am taking care of my home, my family, food, my body, those things. That's when I feel the most in my like thriving part of life.
That's
So.
a really good answer.
I love
I
that.
like my payroll app. I like my bank app. I like my credit card app. I like Target. I like
I know what app that I like that Callie has. I like Callie's period tracker app.
yeah,
I was just
that
gonna
was going to
say
be my
that.
real answer. My real answer is my period tracker app, Stardust. It's
What
the
a wild
best.
thing to say.
It sends you like crazy unhinged like messages in the morning. It's like go kill someone today. Not really, but like
It does
it's
kind of do that.
really funny. And I just love it. I've never like actually used a period tracker app the way I use this one because it's so pretty and it's the most like accurate I've ever had. You can like link your friends. It tells you what like your cycle in terms of like with the moon and stuff is. It's very like woo woo witchy and I love that. So that's my real answer.
She actually will send me screenshots of the app saying, you might be very angry today, literally. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, okay. And she's like, oh, no wonder. And it gives you validation of like, no wonder I'm feeling
It
this way.
does. It's told me some mornings it's like, feel free to crash out today. And I'm like, you know what? I think I will.
Okay. The next two questions are kind of together. So, this one is what personal goals do you have for yourself this year? The next one will be business. I'll just spoil it. The next one will be business goals. So, this one is strictly personal goals you would like to achieve this year.
I don't think I can answer that question.
I'll give it a try and I can
Um,
answer it.
yeah, go ahead.
I want to take better care of myself. And that's like it feels like a very big, like kind of overarching one that like obviously everybody wants to take care of themselves, but I am learning that there's a lot of things like about myself, about my body, about my brain, about like how I interact with like the world and the people around me and my job and everything that I just like have been pushing to the side for a very long time because it's like I don't have time to figure myself out. And so this is the year that I really want to like prioritize just like taking care of myself. I have a lot of like chronic pain and like chronic health issues that surface because of COVID. And I'm trying to actually seek out like doctor's appointments to get answers for those things and like actually take care of my body. I want to like physically feel better. So I'm really trying to prioritize like the gym and eating better. Mental health is a huge one because I've always been the person of like, I have a psych background, so I know how I feel. I know what affects me. And I'm like, I don't need therapy. I don't need this. I don't need that. Like, I got it. I can handle this. Like, whatever. Just deal with it. Right. I'm starting to try and kick myself out of that. So just a lot of like taking time to really like take care of myself and understand myself and like give myself help when I need it is like my big goal for this year. And so far, I mean, I know we're only like what 9 days in. So far, I feel like a weight off my chest, just like giving myself the time to give a shit about myself. So I'm hopeful. I think it's gonna be good.
I love all of that.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I think what you guys will find is that Callie and I are very oftentimes in the same place, but just kind of different. So all of that very much resonates with me. However, the one thing that I would add to it, and I'm probably just going to phrase it differently, it's probably the same thing, but, and this is going to sound crazy coming from me, especially in Callie's mind because she knows me, but I would like to have a little bit more mental control, which is funny because I'm a very mentally controlled person. So it's a funny thing to hear me say that I would like more of it because I, to a fault, have good mental control. However, I would like to refocus that mental control because I think that I've mastered, for the most part. There's some things that still kind of get me, but I think I've almost mastered the ability to rationalize when frustrating things come up and push it to the side and just kind of deal with things as they come. That was last year. That was a lot. Like, it was a big process. Took a long time. But this year, I think I would like to compartmentalize a little bit better. So it's always been that work and personal coexist for me. There's no separation between church and state. Like, zero separation. It is work and life are completely meshed together, and there is no, like, walls between them.
Yeah.
Specifically with my phone and, like, spiraling about work, I would like there to be walls in place with my personal life because I'm kind of tired of, like, losing it when, and not being able to do anything because I need to be on personal time, but I'm very focused on things that are wrong at work. And then that kind of spirals into me, like, texting my team at times where it's like they're not working either. And everybody, for the most part, everybody's on salary, so it can be kind of toxic. And we all do it. It's not just me. But it can be kind of toxic to, I don't know, have that, like, lack of separation, if that makes sense. I've thought about getting 2 phones, but adding another phone.
So have I. I feel like it would be so much more frustrating to separate it that I'm like, no, that wouldn't work. But
what I do need to do, and I'm scared to do it, is I need to change all of my social media, like my resting social media, onto my personal pages. So, like, for example, my TikTok, when I open it up, it is the Tunderdip page. Like, I don't rest on my personal page. I rest on my business page. And so therefore I'm always constantly responding to comments, constantly working, and I don't have any ability to, like, turn that off.
Yeah.
But I get notification crazy.
We are all very self-aware people. Anyway,
That's true.
Then now, what are your goals for the business? I guess it can be, like, personal within the business, you know? Work-related goals.
I would say we just need more exposure. So exposure is probably my biggest goal. And figuring out outside of the things that are lucky. So, for example, posting TikTok videos, basically posting videos that reach out to people. That's all luck-based. I need to focus on how we can expand our customer base in a more concrete way that we can control. That's my biggest focus for this year. So we've always been able to just kind of lucky grow on TikTok, social media, that type of stuff, but it's not really giving us the type of feedback or return that we need these days. And if we can't find a more concrete way to control our growth, it's not going to be good. So that's my biggest, is how can we take more control and then use social media as more, like, fun.
Yeah, it's not that we've never, like, had to work hard, because that's, like, definitely the wrong thing to say.
We probably work too hard trying to be lucky.
Yeah. we've never had to seek out the exposure the way that we've had to over the last like year. Like for a while, and I think it's just because like the whole TikTok space and everything has changed. Like now it's literally a sales app where it never used to be that way. The algorithm never ever used to work against us, and now it is. So now the whole like exposure and stuff is not coming to us as it used to. It's not that we never had to work for it, but it's now working against us. So now we're like way in the hole and trying to like climb out of it and then get on top. Whereas we used to be able to just do what we did and people would find us and it would continue and it would like steamroll from there. We're steamrolling like backwards now because they are actively like holding us back in a way. And that's been a really challenging like switch to make.
I also want to add something to my answer. I want to be more proactive and less reactive because in the last year we've had to be very reactional with problems because problems just kept coming up, and I want like quite literally at a rate that I am shocked that I am not in an insane asylum. So literally it was like the entire year was that way. And I would like to try to see problems coming from a mile away. Like I want to know my business so well that I can see this problem coming and address it before it becomes an actual problem.
That's a good one. That's a really
good. That's very good. That's sums it up.
They know.
Okay.
They know that it's an issue.
Wait, I want one.
Yeah, Kelly has answered.
Same thing as Bonnie, obviously. But I personally want to take oils like off this year. I know people might think I've been like doing everything I can, but I haven't. I've been like a chained beast in a way. And I still will be, I think, for like at least a good portion of this year. Once I have a more functional like space and workspace and like a dedicated office and stuff and I can really like set myself up, oil's gonna like take off. But I've been doing a lot of like research and a lot of work into like different things to do, so you're gonna see some like different stuff coming from me. I can spill something right now.
Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. There's a question about that.
Oh, okay, perfect.
By the way, Chained Beast is such a good color name.
Oh yeah, I saved that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mia.
Yeah, sorry to break that up, but there are questions now. Okay, so now that we have the goals and the background, now we have more fun ones. So, what is something that you both don't know about each other? So
Don't know about each other?
What is
Oh
something
God.
we don't know about Bonnie and Callie? Each answer about the other person.
Oh.
So
so
something
I guess
like people wouldn't know about Bonnie.
This is one of the questions I cheated on, and I know I'm already prepared. Okay, Callie plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
I tried. We started a campaign. It was my first one. I more so play like video games that are like Dungeons and Dragony because nobody actually has to like get together every week and like make it work. My boyfriend's older brother did a campaign for a group of us. It was my boyfriend and a couple of our friends. And I think it ran for like maybe a couple months before we all got like super busy. And it's like we haven't been able to like do it again since. But it was a lot of fun, and I would like totally do more in the future. But for now, I mostly play like video games of Dungeons and Dragons. But you're right. I don't think people really understand how much of like a nerd, for lack of better like term, I am.
We're like different types
really
of
good
nerd. Like you're like the video game nerd, and then I've like know a lot about like comic books and Star Wars and like that type of stuff. Like we are very different worlds.
Different nerd pathways we took. I think something people wouldn't really know about Bonnie is how much of like at her core an introvert she is, just because of the nature of her job. She can like turn it on if she needs to, and she can like absolutely be super social and like seem like she's like having no problem, and she is. She's a very like sociable and personable person, but like at her core, she's like at like her calmest, at her best when she's like in her peace at home, like she said earlier, like cooking, taking care of her home, taking care of her dogs, taking care of her husband, and like being left alone. That's like where she like thrives. And I think just because of the nature of our job and how she's like always posting videos and like always on social media and always like talking on lives and stuff like that, I don't think people understand how much like out of her like homeostasis that is. It's like the complete opposite of her as a person.
When Tundra Dip started, I was very lonely because I was in a bad marriage. So a lot of the things that I, did, and the way that I was so friendly and so like needing people was just because I was so unhappy. And so I would say like my world is very small. People don't realize this. Like very small. My family, like if I have to talk to them more than once a month, like it might be too much. Like to be honest, that's kind of how it works. And I love my family. It's just that like I don't need like more than that from them. And then the only other people that I interact with are the Tundra Dip employees and myself. Like that's and my husband and my dogs. That's it. I don't have anybody else in my life. That's all. And that's all I want. That's all I need. I don't want any other friends. I don't want anything else. This is exactly perfect for me, and it's all that I want. And like if I try to do any more, it causes me to have like anxiety and like guilt because I don't want to hang out with anyone else. I don't want to go do things like we have an event tonight that we're going to. And I'm excited to go to the event, but I found out that people we know are going to be there and I'm just kind of like, ugh. No, I don't want to go. Like, I don't know. So, Callie's dead on.
You would never know it from what you do. Like, scrolling by, you'd be like, oh my god, this girl's world is like, so big.
But interacting with people online is perfect for me. Perfect. Because it allows me to give the energy that I want, but I don't have to physically show up anywhere and put on, like, a show. So, I love interacting with the customers online. Love it. But like actually having to show up in person would be a whole different thing for me. Like the events Des is going to do. Honestly, like I will go to some of them and I enjoy myself while I'm there, but I will probably not be at a lot of them.
And you'll need like 3 business days to like recharge.
Yeah.
Okay. What bra was Bonnie wearing in yesterday's TikTok? Her breasts look incredible. I changed boobs to breasts because I don't know.
Well, why change it if you're just gonna say it?
Whatever, boobs.
I'm wearing it right now actually. It's Skims and it's their like racer back like it's fabric. It's not there's no like cup to it really or anything like that. It's just like a fabric almost like sports bra, but it has like a V in the front instead of like this way, and then it's a racer. It's the only racer back they have. I'm pretty sure they literally only have one. I wanted like a real bra racer back. This is the only one that they had, so that's what I got.
You wanted
and
a
I
real
love
bra?
Yeah, I wanted a
Said
real
no
one.
one ever.
Well, my boobs are smaller than yours, so it's not as uncomfortable.
I guess.
I will say, if we could girl chat for a second, I used to not wear a bra very often, like ever. But now that I've been wearing them more, I think my boobs are getting flabbier. I think I need to go back to the no bra lifestyle. I think they're losing their muscle, and it's no good. And
I've
I'm
heard
getting
that's
older.
actually-
Possibly can. I avoid bras at all costs. So
Yeah, exactly.
if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I need to go backwards in time and go change the time a little bit and not wear
Backwards in
bras as
time.
much anymore. But I do love Skims, and so does Callie. So,
Skims is great. Yeah.
however, I cannot afford their clothing anymore. So, I love their clothing,
Ridiculous.
but they had
It's
just
really
raised
good
the prices.
quality, like I get it, but like $600 for something like what?
Their shirts went from like 50, which is a lot, to like 75 to 100, and I'm like, whoa, okay,
I
can't
feel like
do that.
liking Skims is just like a humiliation ritual. It's like, how much are you willing to give us?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? your bras are really good, and I don't like anybody else's, so maybe if I need it, but like, fuck, gotta
They
take out
had a
small business loan.
sweater. They had a sweater for $375. I was like, "Are you
It's
kidding me?"
ridiculous.
No.
It's ridiculous. I hesitate to even like tell people if they ask me like what I'm wearing or whatever, and it is something like Skims. I hesitate to even tell people because they're gonna be like, "Oh, she's rich." No,
Right.
no, I
No.
bought this 2 years ago.
I have way too
On
many
sale.
clothes. I need to downsize and just have like tried and true stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Skims, kind of like, because their stuff is very the basics,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what I want. I was just telling Zach that every time we go out in public, I look like a homeless person, and he's wearing jeans and a sweatshirt, but looks way more put together than me, like way more, and I just look like I rolled out of bed.
That's
Every
really
time.
funny you say that because I always think you look like so put together compared to like my like normal comfortable is like someone's dad's like 3XL t-shirt or sweatshirt and like leggings or biker shorts or anything. Like I don't
I do
have
not
those
really wear
things. I don't have
oversized
things
stuff.
that go together. Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's funny you say that because I think like even if you're going out in your like sweats, I'm like, wow, she looks so put together. That's a great outfit compared to my like 3XL Sublime shirt.
Yeah. I wish I could wear like more baggy clothes because I personally, for some reason, do not feel comfortable in baggy clothes. I don't know if it's because I'm taller than the rest of you, but baggy clothes for me make me feel very big, and I don't like it. Like I feel
That's interesting.
very
Small clothes
wide.
make me feel big. I
Funny
like
words.
to live the Adam Sandler life. Yeah.
Like I don't feel cute when I have big, like a lot of girls when I'm at the gym or whatever, they're wearing a big t-shirt and shorts and they look very cute. And they got a bun on the top of their head. I feel like a big fat slob when I'm have like that. That's what I feel like. So I don't do it.
It's so interesting. Like everyone's different perspectives.
Alrighty. What's your favorite color that Tundra Dip has ever had?
Oh,
I can't answer that question.
we know like 4,000 colors. Do people understand
Yeah.
that?
Can I
Anyways,
give you a
Dom,
color that I
probably.
want? Yeah, I was gonna say, can I give you a color that I want to use instead? Like I have like colors in front of me that I want to use. What's the one? I have to read it. Hold on.
Well, you're not going to like the next question. It's if you could only pick one Tundra Dip color to have for the rest of your life on your nails, which one would it be?
That's
And I can pick that one.
insane.
I can do that one. That's easy. Okay, floating lanterns topper. I really want to use badly.
Ooh, I used that one
Do
on
it.
top of Megara. It was really good.
Like badly, I want to use it.
Use it
Okay,
'cause we have
one.
some on the shelf.
Yeah, one color for the rest of time. It might be honestly something like Bubble Bunny. But I feel like there's a better answer. Can't remember. Bubble Bunny or maybe I wish, and I think that there is, so I'd have to dig it up. If there was a color that is Magic Spice but with a color in the background, that one. Like a Bubble Bunny but with Magic Spice glitter. Like the two mixed together.
I'm sure we have that.
I know we do, but I just can't remember the name. But nothing too bright. Very like muted. A little bit of like nudie pink. That's like where I would want to live. Which has not always been the case. That's a new development.
No, yeah. I think if I had to pick, even though like I love raspberry cocoa, I love all the like very like crazy like sparkly ones and everything. I think if I had to pick, it would literally be black. I don't know pirate ship. Pirate ship is like it's gorgeous, but it's not. I would get bored of it being just black. So maybe like 50 Shades or Budapest. But it would have to be like neutral, but not like pretty dainty neutral. I would need at least like a little bit of an edge to it. So probably 50 Shades if I had to pick.
And pirate ship is straight up difficult to work with.
You think?
Because it's so pigmented. It's really difficult
Oh, well, yeah.
to work with, in my opinion. If you get your dip or your base anywhere other than your nail, like you're fucked.
Okay, so that's what we're going with. You guys don't want to pick an all-time fave color?
I also really, really like Perfectly Dainty, by the way. That's like a
that one is a good
favorite.
one.
But I can't pick I can't pick an all-time. I've always been people. This is why they ask. People are always trying to get me to commit to one, and I literally can't. How am I supposed to? Ask them if they could commit to one. No.
Yeah.
What about like a collection, like a core collection that is your favorite?
The reflective with pigment ones. What do we call those?
Reflective solids, I think.
Yeah, reflective solids. Those would be my favorite. Like Valaris, Velvet Waters. Those.
Yeah, like if you made me pick a core collection and all the other ones had to go, it would be that one. For sure.
Reflective glitter solids. Sell them out, sell them out, sell them out.
They go with everything. They go with everything. I also would, like, a close second would be the neon pastels. But I don't want to wear neon all the time. Like, I don't always want to have that bright color.
I'm trying to find the name of the one that... Where did it go? Dark rainbow? What about dark
those are
rainbow?
good. They're just very plain.
What collection is hard candy in?
It's the translucents. The jellies.
Blue rainbow?
Jellies.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I haven't worn anything but hard candy on that one. I don't think I've worn them.
Oh, I think I used Sinister. I think I used the black one.
Oh.
I did that one's good.
Okay. Well, outside of purchases, how can us customers continue to support y'all in this economy?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. That's a good question.
Tell your friends.
Yeah. Tell your friends.
Tell your coworkers, tell your family, tell everybody you possibly can.
Yeah.
You guys, I don't think some of you guys do a really good job with it, because I know like coworkers are like, oh, you do your own nails, like tell me more, and you kind of like do it naturally. But like word of mouth is probably the most helpful thing to us outside of like money. It's probably like the number one thing that could support us outside of buying product.
I would add reposting, very easy to do, as well as, if not more importantly, if you guys commented on every single video we posted, like our videos would go viral. So one of the things that I do right away, as soon as I post a video, I stay in the comments and I respond to every comment. Don't make it feel like you're not special if I respond. Like, I don't want that to be like what you're hearing, that you're not special, that I'm, responding to you. I do like take every comment into consideration and really try to think of something unique, because if you comment the same thing back to everybody, the algorithm also doesn't like that. So I try to be unique with my responses. So I do actually really take in all the comment and then try to respond. But if you post a comment on every video that we post, or at least the videos where we're asking for comments back, that boosts the algorithm like a crazy amount. That's how most of our videos have gone like at least semi-viral lately. And I think it even helps if, let's say, I respond to you and then there's something to respond back, like comments on comments. That also really helps. So if you're not someone to recommend to a friend, or you're like me and your world is really small, that's like a really easy way to do it.
Just exposure in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would Tundra Dip ever consider making sensitive dip liquids for those who have dip flu?
It's a complicated answer, as is everything. So we personally, we do not make our liquids. So it requires us to pay our supplier to come up with a sensitive formula, which means we have to pay a chemist, which is fine, to come up with a sensitive formula. And then we would pay to stock the sensitive formula. What we're looking at to do that, to buy the liquids, get them to do the, like, formulate it, design it, all that, somewhere between $50,000 and $100,000. We don't have it. we don't have it. So maybe someday, it's on the list of something we could maybe do. Is it on the top of my list when I think of things I want to spend money on? It's on maybe the top 5 to 10.
Mm-hmm.
I can't necessarily
considered. It's something we want to do, but it's not something that we have the ability to do right now,
Right. We're kind of in, like, survival mode right now. So we're doing the things that are needed to survive. And we're adapting as much as we can to trends. But something like a sensitive, and personally, I understand having dip flu is uncomfortable. I understand that. Also, there's ways to wear a mask, have, a fan in front of you, a dust collector in front of you that pulls that scent down, things like that. So because it can be mitigated, I'm less eager to do it. I've also heard that other companies' sensitive liquids crack easier and aren't as good in other ways. So it could be one of those things where we listen to the feedback that people want sensitive liquids, because I've been burned by this type of thing a lot, where I listen to feedback that people want, and then we do it, and then we realize it opens up a whole nother host of problems. And so I'm a little bit like, we've thought about it. It's on our minds. It's not on the top of my list. Same thing with the boxes. We were super excited about these boxes. And then once we got them, it opened up a whole nother host of issues. Yeah. So I'm starting to realize that, like, better isn't always better. Better is just different. So, I don't know. Yeah. That's like I said, it's a long-winded answer. But that's why when people ask me things like this on live stream, I don't know how to answer, because there's so many different things to think about when you have a complex business like we do. I also get worried sometimes. There are customers who have a bigger voice than others and exercise their bigger voice more than others. And I'm starting to realize that sometimes when we turn to cater to the bigger voices, the majority of our customers who have quieter voices aren't interested in the direction we decided to turn. And I think this past year that has really shot us in the foot. So I'm trying to be more, just because I hear a lot of people asking for certain things doesn't mean that everybody wants it. It means maybe 5 people, 10 people do, versus the 1,000 customers that we have. So I'm trying to be more mindful about not just reacting to what it is that I hear, and actually think decisions all the way through before we take a turn that's going to cause us to lose a bunch of customers. Which, for example, a sensitive formula, if it's not that great or it's not as good and it cracks and has issues, we're going to lose a bunch of people. And only keep the people that wanted the sensitive formula. So
it's one of those
it's a long answer.
Everything that we do is very calculated. Because if we're gonna do it, we want to do it right. So there's some things, so like maybe other companies and other brands have them, and you're like, it should be easy for them to do it because so and so can do it, and it's deeper than that, because we put 100% of ourselves into everything that we do. So if we don't think 100% we can do it right and back it, we don't want to do it. And it's not to like talk shit on other companies that do have them. They may have more resources than we do. They may have more ability to take that risk than we do. It's just, it's not something that we know in our heart of hearts with the information that we have and with the things that we have looked into. It's not something we can confidently 100% back right now. So a lot of the times it's not that we can't, it's that we won't.
Things too,
We're
there's like some,
prideful.
right. There's also some things like I haven't thought about like new products on my mind in a long time just because we financially aren't there right now. And so I just remembered like some of our projects that we were working on before we had to kind of shut off new projects. And before sensitive liquids are things like I hate the cap on our bottle. I know some people like it, but I hate the cap on our bottle. I want I want a rubber cap. I want it to be rubber so that it's easier to grip. And so that you can, if it is a little bit stuck, it's easier to turn. However, we talk about new things and then that creates more problems, right? So if it's easier to grip and easier to like get a nice good grip on it, that might cause more bottle breakage. So then we have to look into whether or not we need to go to a plastic bottle. However, Revel did a plastic bottle and their customers hated it. So these are all the things that we have to think through. Like it sounds really
Constantly, like,
great.
turning and burning, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds really great to have a rubber cap that's easier to grip and easier to open when the bottles get stuck. But I know that the consequence would be a broken bottle. But I also know that customers hate the cheap feel of a plastic bottle. So it's very like what you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Maybe no change is better.
Yep.
So that's an
Ain't
example.
broke, don't fix it, right?
Right. Which again, the boxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess lastly, this is the very last question. I guess it kind of contradicts what you guys were just saying, whatever. But any spoilers for upcoming Tundra Dip projects?
No, there are. There are. We have projects that don't involve
New
spending
stuff.
money with stuff that we already have.
Yeah.
So, I have like I'm trying to think of how I want to how much information I want to give.
I
So-
know.
Callie and I want to do like what is it called? Like maybe like an ACOTAR box. However,
That's what I was thinking.
we've been looking into copyright issues and we're trying to figure out how to do it because apparently the SJM team has been very difficult with approving what do you call it? Approving like use
licensing.
like licensing. Apparently
Yeah.
it's
What
just
she
they've
did
shut
was
off
she
licensing.
she changed her merch company, so she signed with a new like management for merch because I know she's preparing for a launch and she's finally like she used to do licensing differently than she is now with this new company. They're pretty much only approving like big businesses because she has like big merch collections in like big stores now. So there's a lot of like small businesses on like Etsy and stuff that were doing like licensed stuff with her that got their licenses like very quickly revoked. They had like a bunch of products that they had made that they were like sitting on that they had to sell within a couple months or else it would be illegal and they would get sued and stuff. So like as soon as we had the idea, I looked into it and that's like right around the time that all of that was happening in that world. So it kind of like shot us down a little bit. We've got to think about how to do it in a way that we can like pull from inspiration without necessarily like being
I also don't want to
this
like
is Avatar.
I don't want to tricky circumvent it by like spelling
Yeah.
things off. I want to respect the author's like decision that she didn't want to allow it. And so I'm trying to figure out how we can satisfy the fans and customers that we have and the fact that Kelly and I are both fans of her work, but also respect her wishes on not having her stuff directly used and then not profiting off of it. So I want to figure out and it's less about getting in trouble. I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about being a respectful business to the author. So I want to figure out how we can do that with books in general, and still have people get the point. And then, so that's one thing. Another thing that I'm not quite positive about sharing, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. There have been a couple customers that I've wanted to contact, to do collections based off of their brain. So I want to potentially open that up, but I know it's something risky to open up, because if we open it up and people feel not special, then we have a problem. So I have to figure out exactly how to do that. But I also think that it's less about like a customer feeling special and more about the fact that there have been people who have been customers with us for a very long time, and they might have ideas in their brain that I would never know outside of reaching out to them. So I don't know. That's an idea that I have as well, but I don't know.
It's a cool
I don't know.
idea.
I don't know if I want to open the
Fleshing
door.
it out. Yeah. It's like,
And
how
I
do
don't
we
know
make
how to.
everybody happy and not make. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to. Maybe just focusing it more so on the colors and less on the person who inspired it. But I don't know how to make everybody happy, and I can't make everybody happy. So, is it just worth not doing it?
It's hard because it's like we want to honor certain individuals that have like you said, either been around forever or are like some of our like top major customers or whatever, but how do you honor an individual without like exiling the masses? But then if you only ever like talk about the masses or whatever, then those individuals also don't get their like sunshine, you know. It's hard. It's like both could be great and both could be terrible.
And the one
it's
time I
fleshing that
did,
idea out.
yeah, the one time I did reach out to like our top customers, it's not that it didn't go well, it just didn't have quite the like impact that I thought it maybe would. So I've always felt like I wanted to do something for some of our more top like spenders, let's just say. That's the best way to put it. Because I do have a list and it is ranked. But because, for example, our very top spender rarely ever voices any opinions. So I would really love to know some of her opinions as being my top customer who spends the most money with me. I would really love to be able to say, hey, you never give your opinion. Let's do a whole collection based on you, because you literally never give your opinion, but you have been supporting us week over week over week for forever. So I just don't know how to get everyone to understand that, you know?
Yeah. Like I said, mine is like pretty much oils. Most of my like projects and stuff are oils. Outside of that, I think my other like big like passion project right now is kind of like this. Like if you know me as a person, I am incredibly introverted. I don't feel very comfortable like in front of a camera or anything, like ever. I never have. So this is like new, and the fact that I'm excited about it makes me excited because it doesn't feel like unapproachable and scary the way that we're doing it. So outside of oils, this would be my big like passion project. But other than that, there's like some new oil stuff I'm looking into. I decided while I was sitting here, I don't want to spill it because what I can tell you is my January subscription box features 2 of the new products that I'm working on, and I don't want to spoil the surprise. So as soon as those get delivered and people start posting about it, then I will officially come out and kind of like drop the bomb. There's a reason. All I'm gonna say, I know people are probably wondering for our whole like oils, cuticle oil competition and stuff. They're probably wondering why they haven't seen my face at all, considering I'm like the oils lady. Like, I haven't given you an intro video. I haven't given you anything. There's a reason. It's because I've been working behind the scenes on something that you're going to see very soon. and I'm going to let my January subscribers be the ones to kind of like spill the beans, and then we'll talk about it. Someone asked in the Facebook the other day if they would ever have hope for perfume, like spray, actual spray perfume. And I've been wanting to do that for a long time. There's all kinds of things that go into it, right? Like you've got to have something that emulsifies the oil with the liquid and all of that. So it's something that I haven't really played with before because I want to, like I said, do it right if I'm going to do it. But I'm going to grab the supplies to try it and we'll see what happens because I would love to do like a regular spray perfume alongside the oils. So that's something that I know I'm like looking into like as we speak. But other than that, literally just like expect oils to go as crazy as I can possibly allow it to this year. Like I want to kind of like let loose a little bit. Last year, getting rid of the whole like the barriers of signature oils and like seasonal oils and everything, it really helped because I feel so much more free to do whatever I want now. So this is the first full year that I'm able to just kind of like make whatever I want to make. I've spent days since the beginning of this year in my oils room. I have like a pile of things that have to get shipped to you guys because I already have stuff to give you. So I'm excited for it.
I don't know if this is something that we'll ever be able to do, to be honest, but I feel like I need to gauge interest, so that's why I'm asking. So Callie was thinking about messing with this, and then it had already on my mind, so then I started messing with it. I'm curious if it grosses you out or if you are interested in a beef tallow moisturizer. Because we've been thinking about it, and I started messing with it. Now, to be clear, I have not gotten the formula exactly right yet. So, like, it's a very new, like, and we have to figure out how to ship it appropriately. It's like a whole thing. However, like, I've been using it myself, and I'm into it. And so, I've also started trying to make it, because it's really expensive if you buy it online. You get like a bottle that's like this big and it's like $30 and it's crazy. Anyway, so I'm curious if the general masses, because like it's quite literally like beef fat. So I'm kind of wondering how people feel about that. It doesn't smell. It has like, whatever. But I think it's really kind of cool. And anyway, so I'm curious about what people think. It may or may not be something we explore, but we talked a little bit about it. So if people are totally like, ick, no, I don't want to think about it anymore. But if people are into that, then we can, take the time to maybe look at it a little bit more. I was thinking, Callie, those
something that we can. Go ahead.
Those jars that I keep my pigment in.
Yep.
The white top ones. That's what I kind of like envisioned putting it in.
Yeah.
So.
Those are huge.
Yeah, that's pretty
they
big.
Are, but no, they are, but like you go through it like it's lotion, right? So like I get frustrated with the tiny one because I don't like don't feel like I can use it very often, or I can't use a lot because I'm gonna go through it. So maybe something in the middle of that, but
yeah.
Anyway, I was going to I was making them for everybody on the Tundra team, so you guys can tell me if that size is like too big. You know what I'm saying? And then we can go from there. But
yeah, it's a cool idea. I told Bonnie like stuff like that would be perfect to kind of get like feelers from like my sub box, because obviously everybody that subscribes will already get like what you pay for. You're going to get the 3 oils that are usually in there, but if we have something like that like we maybe want some extra feedback on, or Bonnie wants to try, like that's the perfect place to kind of just throw in a little extra something as a freebie without it being like, because the only thing I would worry about is like selling it and we find out like it doesn't ship great, or it doesn't do this, or it doesn't do that. Like if we're able to kind of get like feedback from the place of it being like a freebie or an extra in something that is in no way taking away from anybody, that's kind of like the perfect place to do it. So if you guys are interested in that, this is a great place to like let us know if that kind of thing interests you, or if you're like, no, just give me what I pay for and leave me alone.
I will say, I think this is the first time that I don't have anything up my sleeve. At like ever. I don't think I've ever had a time period where I didn't have like something up my sleeve that I was like keeping a secret or like whatever. I have nothing. I mean, don't take that as like you shouldn't be excited for the future. I'm sure I'll come up with something, but I have nothing in my brain of special things to do. So, like we exhausted
That's
it
kind of like
all.
what we want for the year, though.
Yeah,
Like
I think
we've had a couple conversations about what our like focus for the year is, and we want to like nest within the business. Like our bones are really good, and I feel like last year was a lot of like grabbing at straws just to try and like see what stuck. And it put us in survival mode. Whereas if we can really like hone in on the things that we do right, I think everybody will feel a little bit more chill. Like we will feel a little more chill and more like proud of our baby again. And I think that'll have like a waterfall effect. Like customers will feel that. Everybody will feel that. So I think it's like, yes, it's the first time you don't have anything up your sleeve, but I think that's a good thing for once.
yeah. I am more focused on the past than I am the future. So I am more focused on utilizing things like the archive and things that we already have. Because I have to remember, like, me being tapped creatively is because of what we've already done. We have done it all. And so, just off the top of my head, we could do like a reds collection and just like get all the reds that I can possibly think of and boot red. You know what I mean? We can do like, I want to look back at the past and revisit where we've already been. And I also want, because when new customers come in, they see a snippet of what we've done, and I'm realizing that they might think that we're kind of boring because they see our core colors and then they see our live colors are all sold out. And they're kind of like, well, there's nothing good here. Like, there's nothing. So I want to have more of like a look back at all the things that we have done and start kind of digging into the past and where we've been and the colors that we've already made that everybody loved, and showing people that we have the most extensive color list of any dip company. I guarantee it. Like, guaranteed, we have the most extensive archive of any company, and we probably have the most varied colors of any company. It's just that they're not always available. So I got to figure out how to dig back into the things that we've, like all the places that we've been and all the colors that we've already done and the oils that we've already done, and show people that the talent is here. Like, we have the talent to create anything. And how do we get out of like ruts? Like, I was realizing that when I was doing the live last night and we were doing the bust or banger or bust, and my last color was a bust, I was realizing that sometimes I get really entrenched in certain color styles and people want maybe one or two, but they don't necessarily want like 5 or 6 variations of like the same style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, like, how do we, leverage all the things we have and not just like one style here, one style there, whatever, because we've been we have like the most extensive list of things. So it might actually, like, don't burn me at the stake for saying this. It might actually be time for us to get to a point by maybe the end of the year where we post a catalog. It may be time for that. And we're actually kind of working on it.
Yeah, I want that to happen. It's just the logistics of it are kind of a nightmare. At least in the way that we have been doing things. And that's the problem is I want to get away from things feeling like they're a nightmare. I want things to be more approachable, not only for
Yeah.
like us, but for
Yeah.
customers who find us too, because customers that haven't been around for 2 or 3 years don't know what's out there.
Yeah.
Customers that just find us don't understand the structure of how we do things. And I can't blame them for that, just because it might frustrate me to hear people being like, you need a catalog all the time. And I'm like, I know I can't do it. I can't be mad at them for something that they don't know any better. They don't understand. They just like our stuff and they want to see it. Like, it's a good thing. And I want to reward them for that. It's just a matter of figuring out how. And I think you guys will see that's what a lot of this year is going to look like. Is like
Right.
making
I am
things
literally,
easier.
yeah, I am literally digging through every bin we have, every, like, everything, and I am trying to organize everything a little bit better. So, like, we have, what?
No,
She wants to be
I
done.
feel like I feel like I'm in a business meeting right now. Like my mind, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you have so much stuff.
Oh. See,
I don't know. Sorry.
I
Naughty.
have been going I have been going through the archive, and I know you guys see the content part of it, but there's a bunch of other parts of it that are really good for our back end for me to be doing that. So, for example, I go through the archive and I swatch them all via video for you guys. Then I label all swatches, take product pictures, and then I mark all the ones that are going away with an X. Like, we're not going to do this color ever again. And then I go through online and I look at all the colors I don't have in the archive and I mark those. I need this color in my archive, so we're going to have to make it soon. Or I decide I don't want that color in the Tundra Dip system anymore. This I'm going to mark for deletion as well. Then, after we go through the entire website, I also mark which colors I have in my archive because we have 3 archives. We have Archive A, which is the warehouse, Archive B, mine, and Archive C, Cali, which is great because it's Bonnie and Cali. So then, after I go through my archive, it'll probably be time for Cali to go through hers because we have the 2 most extensive archives. Then we decide. She updates all her pictures, and then we decide and we go through a mass deletion of things that don't make sense to have anymore, and then we post a catalog. That's quite literally the thing of a chain of events. But it's going to take a while to get through the archive. I spend most of my day every day swatching, which for right now is okay because the content is hitting. But as soon as people get sick of it, it's gonna be harder for me to do. And so you guys have a lot of archive content coming. I'm sorry if it gets to be a little extensive, but I don't see a point in not posting the content because it's good for you guys to know what's out there. But that's the reason behind it all. Also, I really love you guys commenting and telling me the colors you want brought back because it really helps me for Tuesday Lives. Really helps. So it serves so many different purposes. And so please, please, please don't just get tired of it. Please comment. Please tell me the colors you want back, whatever. And also I might start telling you which colors I'm going to like take out. Like I might put like, canceled or something like that. Some of them we can't help it. Like Avo and another one in the A, they looked way too similar. I put them next to each other. They looked super similar. There's a little off, but they were really similar. So I'm like, we're getting rid of one. So you might not have a choice, but if I'm getting rid of something because I just feel like it's ugly or something, like you guys maybe could tell me it's not ugly if you like it, that type of thing. So
It's been really cool to see people that haven't been around for a while, like people that recently found us, seeing that content because they have no idea. They have no idea that stuff exists. It's colors that we haven't, like you have stuff that we have not made in like 3 years in there. And like that's a long time. Like if you found us in the last year, you would have no clue it exists. So it's been really cool to see people being like, oh my God, I didn't know I needed this color.
Yeah. Even our top customer, has noticed that in every video she's like, I cannot believe I don't have this color. I'm like, I can't believe you don't have this color. So like it's very fun to see. I don't know, to just look back at like everything we've done and just kind of revel in it a little bit. Like, look at all the things that we've done over time, and let's go back to it a little bit. Like, we've already done all the work. Like, let's enjoy it a little bit. It feels like we did all the work and then like now we're in a bad spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like we've done all this work and now we're struggling, and that feels very wrong. So I feel like we need to go back to the beginning. Also, by the way, I'm going to redo the core collection.
The things that got us here, in a way.
Yeah. I'm going to redo the core collection, by the way.
Again.
I'm going to update it a little bit.
I'm just going to stop labeling, like, my things as core. I'm going to stop, like, organizing. Like, my one specific thing that I have organized is the core. I'm going to stop doing that.
I want to redo...
I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, I want to redo all the neutrals. So, just an FYI, there's your benefit for listening to all the way to the end. Bonnie wants to redo all of the neutrals. So a bunch of the neutrals are sold out, thank God. So then I can just get rid of them. But I want it to be less of a scale, less of like a gray scale, nude scale, and more of just like pop, like really good nude. Like really essentials. Good, really good nudes. I really want good nudes. Really good grays. So that really I guess is coming. We need to actually start that. Maybe I should start that on Monday. Anyway.
You're the boss.
Needs to start soon. So.
What about the digital thingy?
Oh, yeah. Thinking about? We're making, I just got to figure out how to get them printed. We're making two things. A color log, a manual color log, which has a list format in the front and a scrapbook in the back. So it would require you to print out pictures to put the color picture and then the name, and then you can like rank it basically. And then in the beginning, it's just a list of your colors, basically. So, and then I think it has maybe rankings there too. Then we want to also, in a separate book, we want to do a mani planner and scrapbook. So one where you can plan manicures, like maybe by a calendar even. And then one where you can, and then in the back, same kind of thing, like a scrapbook thing where you can like print out pictures of your manicures and put them in there, and like rank them or put the colors that you used or what occasion you maybe did it for, just to kind of have like almost like a keepsake. And then every year we would do like a different one, basically. I'm excited about that. I keep losing my excitement and I need to reinvigorate it.
It's a cool idea. It's just a matter of like getting it to like actually like come to fruition, you know?
Yeah. I need someone else's eyes on it. Because I think my initial... I did. My initial design is like okay, but I feel like I need someone else who's better aesthetically to make it better. So that's one of these two, by the way. I shared it. It's literally in your Tundradip email on Canva. I'm telling you right now. It's there. Oh, I don't check that email.
No, I genuinely don't. Today was the first time, and it was because I needed a code for this Riverside thing. I'm serious.
She says I genuinely don't. Like I already know. I don't already know. I know you don't check it.
Anything she says is ingenuine.
Sorry.
Well, don't you have notifications? Like, don't you have the email on your work phone? And you get notifications?
No, I don't get notifications.
Well,
Mia, that's
you
your
might
job.
want to turn on notifications. Guys, can you imagine? Mia has the big illustrious title of content manager, and she doesn't check her work email.
She's the only one with a work phone. and you don't have your work notifications.
Des has a
on.
work email or work phone. Des and Brooklyn have work
Well,
phones.
never mind. What the hell?
Which-
Maybe we need them. Maybe we need
which-
to bite the bullet.
I was gonna actually thinking about that. I don't know. It doesn't make sense for every single person. I feel like you two are the ones who should have it the most.
Well, so the reason that we have work phones is because you didn't want to give up your personal phone, which is fine. I give everyone the choice. If they want to give up their personal phone, they can. But
You didn't ask
and
me
Des wanted to, but she didn't get all the ducks in a row before we did it. So, and then me, so Mia's a genius, first of all, because Mia has her work phone number as the group chat phone number. She's the only person who has her work phone on the group chat. So Mia doesn't get bothered with the group chat on personal time, ever. But all the rest of us have our personal phone on the group chat and get bothered at all times of the day, which is fine.
I love.
I'm not
My problem
worried
is
about
that
it.
even if I had 2 phones, I guarantee I would bring them both with me everywhere.
I
like-
do. That's why I had to get a bigger purse.
Yeah. As much
Yeah.
as I want to separate it,
Uh-oh, can't hear Callie. She died.
Wait, is she talking?
Yeah, she dead. You can't hear her.
We could, you guys. Let's be real. We could talk for another 3 hours. But
I know,
probably
we can be
start.
done. We can be done. So,
questions
this
are
has been fun, and we literally talked till we could not anymore. So, this has been fun. I believe that our next episode is going to be with Des. And I think Callie and I have talked a lot about, the dynamics of being a committed girlfriend, wife, and then mother, and also having a job. And we want to do a whole episode just talking about the dynamics of that. And Mia, you can also contribute, or you can be part of it if you want. But Des is a mom, so she has that different
I'm good.
perspective. Yeah, she's good. Her world is small like mine. She don't care.
Yeah, I love my small world.
Yeah. So, but we thought that it would be fun to have a conversation and just kind of chat about the challenges and what we actually feel and the things we maybe miss out on or that type of thing, and have a discussion about that. So look for that soon. And yeah, thank you guys all for being here. And I can just, vouch for Callie that she's happy too. So goodbye. And we will see you again very, very soon.